This is the Schmo with the pro, with the man who needs no introduction, who holds multiple victories over the Gracie family, Wallid Ismail in the flesh. UFC 255, how we doing?
Man, it's wonderful, man. No, UFC is amazing. What he do for the fighters, you know what I mean? Even with this pandemic, give a job for everybody, you know what I mean? I'm very happy, even for this tough time. MMA, UFC coming out stronger than ever.
Yeah. Now talk to me for a second. Speaking of stronger than ever, a lot of the top fighters in the UFC come out of Brazil. What do you credit all the success for the UFC fighters coming out of that region of the world?
Because Brazil is the land of MMA. We start there. For you have idea, in 1991, I make the challenge. Everybody to show the world the Brazilian Jiu-Jitsu is the best fight. And we beat the Luta Livre. It's like a freestyle. And it was big. It was in network TV in Brazil. And this, many people don't know. In 93, Horio, Art Davis, and Bio Weeks create UFC. And the challenge I made as a fighter was the business, was inside of the Gracie Action 2, was a business plan for UFC. You know what I mean? How crazy is this?
Yes, of course. And now you have transitioned completely now with the business side, represented the Talk Dogs. We saw the Schmo with you right here, standing in this very spot with Davidson Figueiredo. Let's talk about another one. Paulo Costa, Borrachina. Who do you want to see him fight next, and when do you want to see him get back in the cage?
I'm going to tell you, we work very hard with Dan White, with Mick, to fight against Whittaker. This is the fight to do it. Yeah. And Dan White say yes. Yeah. He loved this fight. Okay. But Whittaker just want to fight for the belt. I even call Whittaker, say, hey, tell Dan White for you fight with interim belt. You know what I mean? I try to contact the guys like to push this fight to happen.
Pushing an interim title fight? Yes. If Izzy goes and fights Jan Blachowicz?
Yeah, but I think Israel going to fight Jan. You know what I mean? This is what the guys announce. And if he go to 205, why not do the interim belt for 185? Why not?
So Whittaker say yes, said no? What's the status?
No, the interview I saw Whittaker say, I just want to fight for the belt. This is my point. Okay. If he deserves to fight for the belt. If he deserves to fight for the belt, let's go put the interim belt.
Okay, but if Whittaker does say no, who do you want Paulo to fight instead of Whittaker?
Man, let's go first. He say no. Okay. You know what I mean? We not to play like that. If I never like if in my whole life. If the people like say, we have a joke in Brazil. You know what I mean? I don't want to say the joke about the if,
okay. Yeah.
But if not exist in our sport, what exists is Israel Adesanya go to 205. 185 is gonna be not vacate, but he gonna hold the two titles for not to stop 185. Let's go do the first in the ranking against the second in the ranking. This is a world championship. UFC is a World Cup. Let's go follow the ranking. If you follow the ranking, Dana White won. He told me, I love it, this fight. And let's go do it for the interim belt. You imagine one thing. I don't want to say Paulo was having his hand hurt, his foot hurt. This make him not well.
Yeah, no excuses.
You know what I mean? And now, let's go see against Whittaker. If he will knock out the Whittaker, you imagine how much is going to sell Adesanya against Paulo?
Yeah, it sets it all up. They both fought. Israel, I mean, it could make some sense there. Let's talk about some news, though. Anderson Silva, since 2006, has been with the UFC. He was released this week. Do you feel we will see Anderson Silva back in the cage again, or we saw him for the very last time on Halloween?
I'm going to tell you the truth. I believe Anderson Silva You know what I mean? Need to be like ambassador of UFC. You know what I mean? He's a legend, man. He's a Michael Jordan for MMA. He's a Pelé from MMA. You know what I mean? You know what I mean? I don't wanna he keep fighting like that and losing. He's a warrior. He fight because he love. Let's go fight outside for the UFC. I think UFC can hire him to help to promote the sport. You know what I mean? Because he deserve, his legacy deserve the recognition he has right now. Because UFC treat him very well. You know what I mean? This is what I want.
Final message for the Wallid Ismail fans out there worldwide.
Hey man, this is the best sport in the world. When I was purple belt, I tell everybody this sport is gonna pay millions and $millions for the fighters. Nobody believed on the time. I tell to the press, hey, this is gonna be the biggest sport in the world. I was a fighter on the time. The people cannot say, oh, but they do crazy. I say no, because if you put MMA here, one guy fighting here, you put a soccer game here, a tennis player here, all by side, you put a fight here, when everybody gonna watch? For the fight.
Yeah.
MMA, I still believe, is gonna be the biggest sport in the world.
Fastest growing sport in the world. It goes on every single week here at the UFC during this pandemic. Popularity is sky high. He's the pro, I'm the schmo. We're out.